the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a bit weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of February, 2015, and this is episode 127. We'd like to say a big welcome back to all our returning viewers. We love you. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Damaris, we had some new people join the group this week and introduce themselves, so why don't you give them a little shout out?
Okay. Shama, who is Jesse's girl, 84, from Houston, Texas.
Yes. We had a little conversation about Houston since we used to live there, and yeah.
And Heather, who is H. Scruggs from Virginia.
She's getting married in August. I just told her hello this morning, so that's why I remember. So, welcome. So if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do?
Join.
And then what?
Introduce yourself in our introductions thread and you'll get a shout out on our next episode.
Alrighty. Well, we have quite a bit to talk about today. The stool and the desk, all and the other side of the couch is all piled of stuff. There's lots. So we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Mare?
I'm still doing socks.
Pretty. So tell us about them.
I'm using US
1.5.
It says 1/2.
Yes. Oh, 1.5.
US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and the yarn is Knit Pick Stroll hand painted in the Make Believe colorway.
What are you make-believing about?
Socks.
Oh, okay. You should put a marker in where you are right now when we're recording and see how much you get done next week. In the next week. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to use the, what kind of heel?
Fish Lips Kiss.
So how close are you getting to them, to the heel?
I don't know. Kind of close.
How long was her foot?
9.9 inches.
So that means you need to go until about
7.4.
Yes, that's all the maths. So, okay. But she tried them on. So these are a birthday present for her friend. You didn't say that.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was here over the weekend, and she tried them on.
Mm-hmm.
And what was her thoughts on the matter?
She said they were really comfortable.
Oh, okay. So, she's excited for them and they fit her?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Okay.
So what's on your needles?
Well, a lot of stuff. What did you just try to tell me? And I said, wait a minute, you need to say it on the podcast.
You need octopus arms.
Why do I need octopus arms?
You have 4 projects.
Yes.
And 2 hands for each project would be 8 arms.
So if I had octopus arms, I could, like, knit on all 4 at the same time?
Yes, but then you'd need a rather good hand-eye coordination along with your brain.
Yeah, it would be like...
That's scary.
Like one of those sprinklers, you know, to water your yard. Yeah, and then you put it there, and it goes.
Are you saying you want to be a sprinkler?
No, I'm just saying that's how you would have to do. You'd have to be like.
Like a printer.
I guess, but some printers do back and forth. Print back and forth like that instead of having to pull it all the way.
Like a typewriter.
Kind of. Should I talk about what's on the needles?
No.
No? Okay. So first up, in the design bag, which I added my new TARDIS full of yarn badge to, is a Doctor Who inspired sock. What?
No.
It's going to be in a single kit that I'm doing with Julia from Handy as Jewels. So it has made fast progress. I think it's going to go to testers next week.
That's really fast.
I know. Amazing, huh? So, yay. I can't wait for y'all to see this one. This one has been fab. Love it, love it. Okay, and then the next thing in my bad mother knitter bag is a baby sweater for our friends who just adopted a little boy. And so this, I'm doing it in the 1 to 2 year size, so it'll hopefully fit him this year's autumn and winter. So this is the Gramps cardigan by Tin Can Knits. I am on US 6 4mm needles and US 7 4.5mm needles. The gray yarn is Brigantia Luxury Yarn Aran in the Seagull colorway, and the turquoise is the dark turquoise colorway. I have made uber progress. You remember last week when I showed this, I had done 2 rows of the whole sweater. So the body of the sweater's done, the sleeves are done. I am doing the button band and collar right now, and I think I only have 4 rows left on the button band and collar. I'm having to decide which side to put the buttonholes on. In the pattern, it's written for the right side, but it says for a manly cardigan, you could put them on the left side.
You don't need a gendered cardigan.
So I haven't decided. That's the row I'm on, is to put the buttonholes in. So I have to do that, finish that, and then there's 2 little pocketses that go on the front, and then it also needs the elbow pads.
Elbow?
Yes, it's got little elbow pads. And I was going to show you because I bought buttons this week. So we debated on the buttons. I got these from Ginger Twist Studio, and we narrowed it down to 2 different buttons. One of them, the one I did not choose, was just a smidge lighter than this turquoise. And since the buttons were going on the turquoise, they would blend. And then we had this other one that would pop on the turquoise. And that's the one we ended up going with. So there it is.
It matches the silver.
Yeah, it's kind of that gray silver. So, but it's going to really, really pop on that turquoise. So I got 5 of those to put on the sweater. And so I'll be done with this by next week. I was hoping I would be done with it for today's episode, but I ran out of time. Okay, and then next up in my coffee bag.
I want coffee.
I love coffee. I ran out of pumpkin coffee. I drank it all. Well, you
had 1 more cup than I did.
I know. You drank some of it too.
Yes.
But it's all gone now.
I drank 2/5 of the box.
I drank 3/5 of the box. Because I'm the mama.
We could have split it.
No.
We could have split the package.
No.
Filled our mugs halfway full.
No. Okay, anyway, what I'm knitting in this bag is a Mama Vertebrae sweater. I am using Yarnarama yarn in the cerise colorway, and I'm on US 2 2.75 and US 3 3.25mm needles. I'm trying to get my yarn untangled because it's tangled around it. And this is the Mama Vertebrae pattern by Kelly Brooker. So, that's the front. Here's the back. So, last week when we finished recording, I put in this little green marker. And I set myself a goal of knitting 5 rows a day. I did it. I did 35 rows, which is 4 inches, 10.5 centimeters in 1 week. And I had Damaris measure for me because I want the length of it to be as long as I wear a t-shirt, like one of these type fandom t-shirts. And comparing it with the measurements in the pattern, I'm going to need to make the body of the sweater, what about 10 centimeters longer than what they say? But I have plenty of yarn. I still have 3 more skeins of this yarn up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and knit and make it longer so that it's the length I want. So that's going, and I made really good progress on that this week. So I think I'm going to try it again this week to do another 5 rows every day. And that seems to be a good amount for me. The yarn is tangled around. Can you fix that while I talk about my other project? And then my other project is just a pair of vanilla socks. This is on US 1.5 2.5mm needles, and the yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the pheasant colorway. And this is the second sock. So I've got the heel done. It's a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the colored stripes, and I think I think it was 13 that I did on the other sock. I'll have to count the rows, but that gives me kind of an approximate. So I'm coming up on halfway with the leg. So, yeah, so those are just going, and I want to get them done because I want to cast on that yarn right there that I showed y'all last week. That is the bubble colorway, because it will be fun, fun, fun. And that's it. That's everything that's on my needles. Are you having fun untangling my mess?
No. Okay.
Well, maybe we should stop for a second and let me fix it, and then we'll move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about your finished project.
Yes, because I have one this week, just like every week. Here is this week's preemie hat. I hope the colors are coming across true for y'all. This is from my top-down preemie hat pattern, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. This is on US 6 4mm needles. And the yarn I used, this turquoise, I don't know if you can see it very well. The turquoise is Plymouth Yarn Baby Alpaca Grande in the ink melange colorway. And then I don't know what the gray yarn is. This was in, both of these yarns were in the bag of leftovers that Kelly Cron sent to me. And the 100% baby alpaca is so soft. But I knew it wasn't enough to knit a whole hat. So I added this gray with it. And I'm not sure what the blend of it is, but I am fairly certain that it's 100% wool. Just in the way it feels and how it worked up. So I used everything that I had of both of them to knit the hat. And I love how it turned out. And it's so soft. Isn't it soft?
Yes.
So, yay. Number 6 for this year so far. Yay.
Yes.
All right, that's it. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show.
No.
Our.
Mateys.
I'm a pirate. Our favorite part of the show. Yummies. What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things. Things we like. Things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So you're starting this week.
Yes.
Because something came in the post for you.
Yes, it did. So this week I got my Cabin Pressure Alpha Romeo Tango art book in the mail.
It's so fabulous.
And I
show the back cover because I love that one.
Yeah.
With the sheep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mentioned this a few weeks ago, and I encouraged you all to go buy it.
And I already put a link in the show notes to it again if you want to go buy a copy.
Go.
You should.
It's so beautiful.
It's fabulous. Okay, so you're going to show us some of your favorites?
Yes. Okay.
And then I'll show you some of my favorites if she doesn't show them.
Okay, so here's one.
Up, down, flying around, looping the loop and defying the ground. Is that right? Is that how it
Yes.
is? Okay.
And then there's another one.
Oh, that's Princess Teresa. Venture, some...
Saving him from the dragon.
But what's her name?
This is Teresa Gustava Bonaventura of Liechtenstein.
You should have brought Bonaventura in here with you.
Oh, sorry. And then there's this one by the same... Actually, I love this set of 2 pages.
Yeah, those are really both good. So this book is done by a number of artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a collaboration by a number of artists.
I like that one.
With the polar bear and the sheep.
I want that big a polar bear.
Bear polar. Okay, you should show us what else came with it.
It also came with some goodies. A bookmark that has Martin on one side and Douglas on the other. And it's wintry themed. And it also came with this little adorable Martin sticker. And 2 badges. There.
I don't have enough fingers to choose my favorites.
And it came with these 2 little badges. They're taking selfies. Nice.
I'm surprised you didn't show that one.
Oh. Well, you can show it if you want to. Oh, dear goodness.
The kitties. And I've got more. Wait. I like this one with the sheep and the bear polar. And I like this one The lemon is in play. And I like this one in the back of the truck with the sheep and the geese. And then there was more, but I ran out of fingers. Where'd it go?
You ran out
Oh,
of
this one.
fingers.
With the otters. Oh, there's so many good ones in here.
Fan artists are talented people.
Yeah, and I like the back of the book, which Damaris already showed you, so it's fabulous.
It's so beautiful, and if you would like some of this beautifulness for yourself, go buy it.
That's right. It's brilliant. Yay. All right, you want to say anything else about that?
No.
Okay. Well, I got some yarn in the post this week, but don't worry, I didn't break my yarn diet because it was a gift. So, Katie, I'm trying not to crinkle too much, sorry. Katie, who is Katie Kitty J on Ravelry, sent me a little postcard with a note on it, and she had some yarn that she, well, we mentioned it in the podcast last week that she had some yarn she wanted to give away for charity stuff, and so she sent me a couple of things to do preemie hats with. This is, she told me on here what it was. Oh, this is the Adriaphil knit collage. I did my, what was it called?
Zuzu's petals?
Yeah, the Zuzu's petals, and I think I already also did a hat out of this yarn, but in a different colorway. And so I've got that, and she also sent some King Cole Merino Blend Aran leftovers to do preemie hat. But then she also sent me 3 skeins of yarn to knit myself something fabulous with. So this is Regia World College Color. It's a 6-ply. This, oh, I can't remember what the colorway is.
Pretty.
Yes, but it's
Strawberry Sundae.
each of the colorways have something to do with college.
Harvard.
So I can't remember, but I got 3 skeins of it, and it's stripes. And she actually knit a mama vertebrae out of another colorway from the same line, and it looks so amazing. So I know I've got one on the needles right now. I have a mama vertebrae on the needles right now, and I'm already pondering knitting a mama vertebrae out of this one too. So thank you, Katie. I love the yarn, and I can't wait to knit with it. This is squishy. So yay! And when we popped into Ginger Twist Studio to get buttons for the Gramps cardigan, we were just perfectly on time because Pom Pom Quarterly had just arrived.
It smells so beautiful.
I know, I love this. So this is the spring 2015 issue, and I had tweeted Jess, when it comes in, save me a copy because I want one, and so it just happened, it had just come in the post right before we came in, so I got my copy. We will review this on the podcast next week, just like we always do. We've reviewed, I guess this is probably about number 5 or 6 now that we've reviewed, and this is number 12. So we didn't have it the first year, but we started sometime, I think, in the second year. But there's some fabulous patterns in here, so we will review this next week on the podcast. I put something in the show notes, Mare.
What?
A video.
What?
Do you know what it was?
Oh, yes, I see it.
It was so funny. So this, you may have already seen it because it's been making its way on the social media stuff. Jimmy Fallon did a reunion of quite a few of the members of the Saved by the Bell cast, which was a television show that I watched religiously when I was a kid, well, teenager-ish age. And it was hysterical. It's about 9 minutes long, and it is so, so, so funny. So you should go check it out. It is in the show notes. I have a little tangle with my yarn here that I'm trying to knit with, and so I'm trying to fix it at the same time that I'm talking to you. Yeah. Okay, maybe I got it now. So yeah, so definitely go check that out. So next up, you're getting an exclusive sneak peek.
Oh.
Do you know what it is?
What could it possibly be?
Let me lean over here and get it. So this Saturday, what is this Saturday?
Chicken Nugget Day.
It is Valentine's Day.
Like I said, Chicken Nugget Day.
You're crazy. So, and on Valentine's Day, the Outlander sock kit that I'm doing with Julia from Pandia's Jewels is releasing. But you are special. You get to see the yarn and the pattern now. So this is the yarn. Gorgeous greens and browns and blue. And this colorway is called Lollybrock. So that was the yarn that I just showed you. The socks are called, the pattern is called The Lady of Lollybrock, which references Claire from the book. Here, I'm caught. They are. So they are mirror image, so let me tell you about them. These socks are knit toe up. They have this amazing Celtic knot all the way up the foot and leg. The sole of the foot is just stockinette, and the back of the leg is stockinette. And then once you get up the leg, you do a, I'm trying to turn this up so I can maybe show you. You do some ribbing, and then you do moss stitch, but it's separated on the side, and then you sew buttons on. And so, let me get them the right way. So both sides have the cuff with the buttons, and the buttons are Celtic knot buttons. How fun is that? I love this. I love how it turned out. And also in the pattern though, if you don't want to do this moss stitch cuff, there is notes just to do a traditional cuff on it. But I love how the cuff turned out, and it feels very Scottish to me, and I'm just in love with how it turned out. So that is going to be releasing this Saturday. Let me tell you some details. The kits go on sale Saturday, and it's a pre-order date. So all the kits that are ordered will ship out on March the 2nd. In the kit will be a skein of the yarn, the pattern, it'll be a digital download code so you can have it right into your Ravelry library, and some goodies that I can't tell you about. But they're fabulous. I've seen them and they're amazing. And they should be on their way to me soon because I'm getting goodies too. The cost for the kit is $65 US plus shipping. The link is in the show notes for where you will go to purchase it. But the pattern will also be available separately starting this Saturday the 14th. So if you'd like to just purchase the pattern, it's going to be on sale for $5.50 on Ravelry. However, for the first week from Saturday the 14th of February through Saturday the 21st of February, you can save 14% because it's Valentine's Day, 14% with the code LOVE. All capital letters. I'm putting it on the screen right now. I thought I might put it across our faces. Love. 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 Love.
Love.
Hey, I've got half a heart. Love. That's a funky heart.
Okay.
So that will give you 14% off, so the pattern will be $4.73. Now, we have the same issue that we have had with EU purchases. So if you're in the EU, you're going to have to purchase through Love Knitting, which means you can't use a coupon code, which is no fun. So if you are interested in the pattern and you're in the EU, if you will email me at javapearldesigns@gmail.com or PM me javapearl on Ravelry with your email address, I will send you a request for the funds through PayPal, and then once you pay, I will gift it into your Ravelry library. And the amount that I will request from you will be the price with the coupon code applied. So for that first week, if you're in the EU and you want the pattern, just send me an email or a PM and I will take care of that for you. So this is the Outlander socks that we've been working so long on and getting them done. My testers that have knit it have loved the pattern as well, and I've loved seeing their different yarns and buttons that they've used. I'm in love with the pattern. So I hope you love it too, and this was exciting. It was an exclusive sneak peek. So stay tuned for Saturday when they go on sale. I can't wait. Let's see what else. My yarn diet is still going strong, even though I got yarn this week. I didn't buy it, so I'm still okay. It has been 3 months, 2 weeks, and 1 day since I purchased yarn. And I really want to buy yarn. I think I have about 6 weeks to go till EYF. I can do it. I can do it. All right, do we have anything else before we do our normal stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's talk about hashtag GGKCraftyPad. What is it?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge.
Yes.
And you take a look at our prompt list for the month. And for that day, you take a picture related to that prompt, and then you post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
Yes. What is our theme for this month?
Alphabet.
Alphabet soup with a couple extra prompts because there's not enough letters. So, what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
So here come the photos. So those were the photos. I love Alphabet Soup Month. It's so much fun trying to figure out things that start with a letter. I'm like, yesterday was J, and I was like, I need an adjective, a describing word that starts with J.
Jesus.
That was not the one I chose. I chose joyful.
Jovial.
But I was like, what starts with a J?
Jarvis.
Jarvis, but that was not the word I wanted.
I did.
That's what you did.
Yeah. I'm shamelessly promoting Agent Carter everywhere. Go watch it.
Yes, we'll talk about Agent Carter more in a little bit. It's going to be fun, though, to try to do, like, Q and X and Z.
Whiz.
Quietly, I have sat in my chair and knitted.
Queenly. Q. Quartermaster.
Z.
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 PM.
Atlantis. Zipper.
Zipping on by.
Yeah. Zipping through the month.
Zibbly.
Oh, I was about to say zibbity bobbity boo, but it's bibbity bobbity boo.
Zelda.
What does that have to do with knitting? Anyway, so you should join in. It's fun.
I'm sure someone has made some Zelda knitting patterns.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure. Yeah. So you should join in the fun because it's fun. So, yeah. Damaris, let's talk about upcoming events.
Okay.
You want to start?
Every Monday weekend we attend one of our local knitting groups, the Town Mouse Knitting Club here in Edinburgh.
So if you are in Edinburgh or visiting Edinburgh or whatever, you should join us because it's fun. Okay, next up we are going to talk about EYF, Edinburgh Yarn Festival, which is coming in about 6 weeks, March 14th and 15th here in Edinburgh. Links in the show notes. So, we are doing 2 things at EYF. One thing is I will be vending with my patterns, and I'll be vending with my friend Sam from Knit Run Dig Project Bags, and we'll have a booth together. So that will be our primary thing, but we're also participating in the podcast lounge. So our main part of that is going to be 2 special hashtag GGKCraftyPad prompts. Had too many P words. So, was that last week that we put them up to vote?
I think so.
I think so. So, we had y'all give us suggestions. We added some of our favorites. We picked our top 5. We put them in a thread on Ravelry for you to vote. And so, there's 5 prompts. And just push the love button in the Ravelry post for the ones that you like. So, the 5 possibilities. Well, let me just tell you, as of right this second while we're recording, what is winning. So, number 1 is enabling, followed closely by shenanigans. And then a little ways back from that are out and about, friends, and favorite. So right now, enabling and shenanigans are the ones that are winning.
We're enabling your shenanigans.
We love to enable shenanigans. So
Sounds dangerous.
It is. It's very dangerous. So we're leaving that open for voting until Friday the 20th of February. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday. So if you have not voted yet, the link to the thread is in the show notes, and just go push the love button on the ones that you would choose, and we will pick our 2 favorite ones. We'll have our 2 favorite ones from that. What else? Oh, you're next.
The Edinburgh Yarn Crawl
Yes.
here in Edinburgh
Yes.
is going to be on Saturday the 13th of June and Sunday the 14th of June.
Yes. And what are the shops that are participating in this?
Ginger Twist Studio, Kathy's Knits, and Bee Inspired Fibers.
Yes. So there's going to be more details after Edinburgh Yarn Festival for that. So, but we'll be participating. I'm just not sure which day and where and what, but we will let you know when we know. And finally, we have the Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza, which is a retreat that Damaris and I are co-hosting with Sam from Knit Run Dig. It is going to be Thursday the 29th of October through Sunday the 1st of November 2015 here in Edinburgh at the Gillis Center. You can... Oh my goodness, Damaris. You can find out more by going to our website, which is... No, say it. You got to tell them. They might not be able to read it.
geekypuffinknitpalooza.blogspot.co.uk.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. And do you know what?
What?
In just a few weeks, we will have a special announcement about a new teacher in class for the retreat. Wow. So, in early March, we will be announcing that. So stay tuned because it's exciting and I can't wait to tell you all about it because it's fabulous. Yes. Okay, so that's it. Honey, they cannot read it from that far away. All the words just look like a blur. They have to be really close to the screen to see it. Okay, I think that's good. So why don't we just go ahead and move on to our next segment.
To talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are you reading, Mare?
I started reading and I finished reading The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Gerald.
Yes. And so this was a book for school.
Yes.
What did you think?
He died.
What else?
Everyone was having an affair with someone.
Yes. So now that you've read it, we can watch the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what else are you reading for school?
Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury.
What do you think of this one?
It's interesting.
You kind of stopped to read The Great Gatsby, so now you're going back to it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you have anything else to say about books?
No.
Okay. I am reading my nonfiction book number 3 for the year. I just started it this week. It's called Soulful Spirituality, Becoming Fully Alive and Deeply Human by David G. Benner. And I've only read, probably, I think the intro, I think I finished the first chapter and I'm into the second chapter. These are longer chapters though, so I'm kind of breaking them up. So I'm reading that non-fiction-wise. And then fiction-wise, I'm continuing with my Outlander reread, which is Not Safe for Children, the show or the books. This is a series by Diana Gabaldon. And I'm rereading it with all the short stories and novellas and other novels associated with it. And I'm doing it chronologically as Diana put it on her website. So I am nearing the end. I am in book 8 of the big books. So I am reading Written in My Own Heart's Blood. And I am...
That sounds dangerous.
I know. I think I'm really pretty close to finishing. I think I'm probably at about 75 or 80% of the book. So I most likely will have that done for next week. And then I just have 2 novellas and a short story left. If I can access the short story. Because right now, the short story is just in an anthology and it's not available separately. And I'm not going to pay for the anthology when all I want is one story out of it. So. And then we are also reading Virtual Gilmore. We are reading season 8. And I'm going to now shame Damaris because she has failed the City of Stars Hollow once again. Because we were to have read episodes 8.9 through 8.15. And what have you done?
I caught up last Wednesday, but then I got uncaught up.
So do you need to read all 7 stories?
I think so.
Oh, my dear. Big things happened, Damaris.
I'm sorry.
Big things.
I'm
You've
sorry.
got to read them.
I'm sorry.
So you need to get on that. Okay? Okay. So I think that's all the reading.
And now we're going to talk about TV.
So do you want to start?
Sure. We finished rewatching season 4 of Stargate Atlantis, and now we're watching season 5.
So we watched the first episode of season 5 to do the conclusion from the cliffhanger from season 4 finale. But then, what did we do after that?
We watched Stargate Continuum.
Oh, I love that movie. Love that movie. And then look between Sam and Jack when Jack gets killed, but then he's really okay because they had to go through the alternate timelines and fix everything because it got all broken with the Stargate in the bottom of the ocean and the submarine. And then Ball tried to kill everybody.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff. But then they fix the timeline and everything's okay. But Jack and Sam and... What would you like to say about the movie?
I don't know. I don't think I can top that right there. No.
It was fabulous. I love it. It's my favorite of the 3 movies. My favorite.
They need to do more, but they've been shelved indefinitely.
Yes, for the reboot, which I'm not happy about.
Actually, they were shelved before. I think it happened when Stargate Universe got canceled.
So we're going to finish season 5 of Atlantis, and then we're going to rewatch Universe. Yeah. The 2 seasons of it.
Universe is not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either, but I feel like we have to watch it because we're
obligated.
We're there. We have to do it. We have to rewatch it.
And there are cameos from SG-1.
Yes, there are.
So,
definitely. So, yes. Okay, and then you and I are watching Veronica Mars. Mm-hmm. We finished watching season 1, and that was like a huge, big thing at the end. And now we're watching season 2. And, yeah. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, it's an interesting show. It's not the Gilmore Girls.
No.
But it's an interesting show.
Think it's supposed to be.
No, it's not. It's not. So, yeah. So we're watching that. I'm watching Felicity, season 2. Yeah. Lots of drama. I love her short hair. I know there was a big controversy about her hair when it was really on the air, when it was originally airing. Yeah, there was like both sides of the camp. There was people that loved the short hair, and there was people that were just aghast that she'd cut her hair. And yeah, it was a whole drama. I remember that. I wasn't watching the show at the time though.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her short hair. I wish I had a curl in mine like she has. And then the Hubs and I are rewatching Mad About You. We finished season 2 and we're watching season 3. Mm-hmm. It goes really fast because they're only like 20 minutes apiece, and it's just like one more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think if there was anything that was just like. I liked the episode where they were doing a 15 minutes in their life documentary. So they, like, the PBS had contacted like 4 or 5 documentarians. What is that a word?
What?
People that do documentaries.
Documentary makers.
Documentarians sounds fancier.
Documentarists.
No, they're not terrorists.
I wasn't trying to say that. There's
only
one art. Documentarists.
I don't know.
Documentary.
So anyway, they put the cameras up in their apartment. I mean, their flat, and we're supposed to record. And yeah, it was so crazy. It was so funny, especially the part where Lisa, which is Jamie's sister, came in, and she didn't know that they were filming, and it was just like, oh, and she was, yeah. I like that episode a lot.
Okay.
So, yeah. What else? Oh, you're next.
Yes, I am. Marvel's Agent Carter, a show that you should all go watch.
Yes, you should.
Right now.
Yes. Well, finish watching us first, and then go watch it.
Go watch it. Okay.
Yes.
So, 1.5, The Iron Ceiling. Oh, that's so funny.
Yes.
Okay. So, The Howling Commandos.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember because we didn't rewatch it because we forgot to.
Well, I thought you were going to watch it with Hannah. That's why I didn't rewatch it with you.
The first episode.
Oh, I thought you were watching the most recent one.
No.
So that's why I didn't watch it.
So, the Howling Commandos.
Love them. Love them.
And...
Oh, and what's his name knows that it's Peggy from the picture. Sousa. Yeah.
Oh, no!
Because he saw the scars on her shoulder and looked with his magnifying glass at the picture and found them.
I'm serious. He went with the actual magnifying glass. He's like...
Yeah. And he knows. So what's going to happen is I think in the episode that was on last night that we're going to watch today because of the time travel, that doesn't he like confront her? Isn't that what was in the little trailer?
Mm-hmm. And Agent Thompson has a backstory now, but he's still a jerk face.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And Dottie.
Who is she?
She's a Black Widow.
I know, but that it was so sad. And the handcuffing herself to the bed so she could sleep. How could they do that?
Yeah.
It makes me sad. Very sad. But now I'm like, what's she gonna do? Anything else you want to say?
Angie wasn't in this episode.
I'm sorry.
I like Angie. And
I think this is about it.
I need Peggy and Jarvis to get back together and do saving the world things.
Yeah.
I need my British duo back.
Yes.
I need my British duo back.
Alright, so what's the episode we're going to watch tonight?
1.6, A Sin to Air.
So that should be amazing. Alright, we are watching NCIS. We watched episode 12.13. We build, we fight. Jimmy has a daughter. Baby was born. And it was so sweet. I loved at the very end in the hospital room but then also the part about Gibbs not wanting to be close to anyone because he doesn't want to put them in the crosshairs of possibly getting killed by this guy that killed Diane. So hopefully they're going to deal with that storyline and get it taken care of by the end of the season. I hope it's not a thing that we have to wait until next season for it to get conclusion of it. So the episode that was on last night that we'll watch is 12.14 Cadence. The Hubs and I are also watching NCIS New Orleans, season 1. I don't remember anything from about the episode that really stood out. So anyway, we're enjoying it. And then we're also watching Person of Interest season 4. So, Shaw, the character, is still alive, but the team does not know that. Only we as the audience know that. But the actress is taking a 2-year hiatus from the show because she's pregnant with twins. And so she worked as long as she could, but now she can't. And so she was going to take 2 years off to have the babies and spend that first year with them. So if the show continues for another 2 years, they intend to bring her back. But so the team is not going to know for 2 years that she's still alive. They all think she died. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And we're watching season 10 of Criminal Minds. Visitors.
What's his name is still having problems, still very upset about Gideon dying. Reed. I can't remember their names. I'm so sorry. He's still very sad about Gideon.
Whereas I know the names of everyone who has been a main character and the actors' names.
Yes.
I wasn't trying to.
No.
It just happened.
But yeah, he's still really sad about Gideon. But at the end where he was playing chess with Rossi, and yeah, that was a really sweet moment, that part. Okay, what else?
Elementary.
3.13
Hemlock. I feel like you want to say something about that.
It was
that very, very
it was
pointed breath.
It was intense. It was very intense. It was just very intense. The whole episode.
It was?
Yes.
I only remember the last scene being intense.
So you want to talk about the last scene?
Andrew, Joan's boyfriend, got poisoned. Oh no.
Thus the Hemlock name of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
When's the next one?
This week.
What's it called?
The Female of the Species.
We'll see what happens. And then the Hubs and I are watching Big Bang Theory, Season 8. Yeah, it's good. It's funny. Makes me laugh. We're watching Series 4 of Call the Midwife. And Trixie, oh, it made me cry. She's got issues with alcohol, but she's also got issues with her engagement. She broke the engagement, and it was very sad. So we'll see what happens with her. Yeah. Oh, you're the next one.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're watching Season 7 of Castle.
Yes.
As it airs.
Guess who's back?
3XK.
3XK is
Oh
back.
no.
And what was the cliffhanger?
You tell him.
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
Beckett was kidnapped by 3XK. And the plastic surgeon's in on it too.
I could not have ever possibly seen this coming.
Yeah. No, had no clue. Thankfully, it's only a 1-week cliffhanger. We get a new episode again next week, so we'll deal with Beckett's kidnapping. But, the good part was that Castle got to work with the team again. Yay, so maybe he'll be back permanently. We're watching Series 2 of Broadchurch. Claire has the necklace from, is her name Pippi that was killed?
I don't know.
It was the older one.
Yeah.
From the old case. But what's her name that she just moved back with her son into the house because her husband killed? Yeah. She knows that Claire has the necklace. And then Claire burned the photo. Intense. And finally, NCISLA Season 6.
This has been going on for 6 years?
Yes. Yes.
No.
They were kidnapped. Sam and Callan were kidnapped. They knew that the kidnapper was really a bad guy and not the good guy he said he was, and they figured it out. And then the fence was electric, and it got the bad guy because they turned the power back on just in time. And then the SWAT team caught the people that were doing it, and it's the end. And that's the TV. Let's move on to the next. I was about to say the next week, but no, the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our Winter Wonderland cow.
And Charity Cow. So, I didn't even pick up the stuff over here. Hold on. Coming. I'm getting it. It's way over here. Got it. Okay, so, Winter Wonderland and Charity Cow. So, you have to knit, crochet, weave, or spin, a project that you can connect with winter. How?
Myriad of ways.
Yes.
Colorway name, pattern name, design element, purpose.
Yes. And if they can't come up with anything?
You made it in the winter.
And that's fine. That's good. Okay. So this started December 1st and it runs through the end of this month, February 28th. If you knit something for charity, you get to enter it twice. Instructions are at the beginning of the thread. It can be for any charity. If you don't have a charity to donate to, though, you can send it to us, and we will donate to Knit for Peace, which is an organization here in the UK that partners with other organizations, and they distribute the hand knits they receive to these organizations. But they will do anything from baby hats to adult sweaters and everything in between. So, if you want to send those to us, send me a PM, and I'll give you our address. Prizes. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 prizes. First up, I'm putting on the screen, was donated by Eileen, who is Twisting Pearls, and each winner, there'll be 2 winners, will win 1 skein of Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock, 80/20 merino nylon, 425 yards in the Glacier colorway. And then from our bag of prizes, we have got a set of Knitter's Pride's Carbons double pointed 6-inch sock needle set. And this has 6 sets of 5 DPNs each. And then Sam from Knit Run Dig donated a project bag. This is the British Birds. And I think this size is the large wedge. And it's lined with polka dots, gray with white polka dots. So those are our prizes. We will draw for winners the first episode after the 28th of February. So I'll close the thread the morning of March the 1st. So make sure you get your stuff posted. And make sure if you're doing charity to post it twice. Look at the instructions at the beginning of the thread for how to do that. Is there anything else before you do the names?
Nope.
Okay, so why don't you tell us who finished projects this week?
Okay. Apple 380 times 3, AZ Nitwit, Bindi J, Blue Flame 0, Britter the Knitter times 2, Celeste times 3, Crouching Cheese times 2, Danny 89, Eleanor Gamgee times 4, Ellie Jellybean times 3, Ermelina, Evil Twin 2 times 4, Francis Inno JD times 2, H Scruggs times 2, I Knit Socks 2, Inky Minky 184, Kana Soup, Cat Wings times 3, I didn't see that one.
K Guillory, I believe.
K Guillory times 5, Christine times 2, Little Angels G2, Little Panda 518 times 3, Al McCall, Looney Hiker times 2, Lupin Owns Jacob, Mrs. Neely Johns times 2, Orkin Bandrer, Phoenix Fire times 2, Piper's Mom times 3, RS Island times 2, Sarah Jane McIvy times 3, and Twisting Pearls times 3.
Great job, you guys. We have, I'm trying to remember how many posts we have in that thread now. Hold on 2 seconds and I will look. I want to say it's getting close to 600. Oh, it does. It has 600 posts.
Exactly.
Well, 2 of them are the I started the thread, but then I did a second post of how to post your charity. So 598 projects. That's a lot. And we're still not done. We still have about 3 weeks. So, 2.5 weeks. So, great job. So, get your projects done, get them posted in the thread, and good luck on being one of the winners. Let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
So, Damaris, what is this week's question?
This week's question comes from Lucy, who is Lucy Goose 88, from Birmingham, UK.
Yes.
And she asks, my husband and I potentially have a huge change coming up in 2015, as he is applying for PhDs all over the country. If he doesn't get funding at our local university, this could mean us having to move, which would be a massive deal. We currently live about 1.5 miles from where I grew up. We have my parents close by, family, friends, and the Quaker community which I grew up in. I have a job that I enjoy, and we have a house with a mortgage. I have a doctor whom I like and trust, which is no small deal, as I have both Asperger's and long-term depression.
Yes.
As you may be picking up, I don't deal at all well with change. Having faced a not dissimilar change yourselves, albeit with an international dimension, was there anything that you did to help you embrace it positively, indeed with grace? Is there anything that you wish you had done? How did you face all of the uncertainties involved in such a big move, and the period in which you were waiting for news of places, funding, etc.?
Yes. Okay, so it was a little different for us because it was an international move, but when the hubs first started applying, we had been given dates by the schools of when they should make their decisions, which does not always happen. Sometimes it does take longer. So, but me being so deadline specific and organized that way, when those dates hit and we had not heard either way, that's when the kind of nervousness and stress really kicked in as we were waiting and waiting and waiting until we finally got the word. And once we got word of acceptance from one school, then there was kind of that relief of, okay, so we have at least one option here, and then acceptance from another school, and etc. And then we were faced with the decisions of which one are we going to choose, which would be a better option study-wise for the hubs, which is going to be a better option for me health-wise, etc. So we had a bunch of different options that we had to look at. And it just finally came down to sitting down and going, okay, well, this one offers this thing, this one offers this. While this might be better in this arena, this is better in this arena, and then just really had to do kind of a pro-con and make that decision. The wait was really hard. After that, after we knew that we were going to move, it was, it turned to more a matter of getting rid of things, which you're probably not going to have to do since it won't be an international move. For us, we sold almost everything we owned. Back in the States, my mom and dad have probably like 3 Rubbermaid tubs of stuff that we kept that is like memory stuff, you know, stuff from when Damaris was a baby, things like that that we want, that are keepsakes that we wanted to keep but just couldn't bring over at the time. And then the Hubs does have a few boxes of books at his mom's house that he didn't necessarily need to bring with him for his PhD, but he didn't want to get rid of. Everything else that we didn't bring over with us on the plane, 3 suitcases, 3 duffel bags that we checked, 3 small carry-ons, and then just, you know, our purses. That was it. If it didn't come in those packages, in those items, we didn't bring it. So that was kind of hard, but also kind of easy because we knew we couldn't bring X item. It was huge. We couldn't bring that. So, you know, we were able to just to know, okay, well, we've got to get rid of that. And just figuring out what was most important for us to bring over, what we could replace once we got here, etc. Change is hard, though. Even though this was a really positive thing for us, for the Hubs to be able to do his PhD, for me to be able to get the health care I need, for Damaris to have a chance to live in another country while she's still under the age of 18, etc. It was very, very exciting for us, but also scary. The Hubs and Damaris had never even been outside the country. I had done a little traveling, but not a lot, and we had not ever been to Scotland, and so it was just jumping in with both feet and just having to figure it out as we go. One of the things that helped us a lot was after we knew we were going to move, we got into contact with some people here in Scotland via Ravelry, and then also the Hubs was able to make a connection between a friend of his that was also a friend with someone that was here in Edinburgh, and they connected us with them. So we were able to make some connections, which helped us be prepared a little bit more, knowing some of the things that we might face coming in. Even though it was scary, we knew it was a positive change for us. And so even though it was difficult to do to, you know, walk away from family, you know, we're thousands of miles away from them, haven't seen them in over 1.5 years now, and walking away from friends and walking away from how we had lived and coming and really just starting over here, once we got here, was scary, but we knew that it was going to be a positive change for our whole family. So even though we were scared, we just kind of tried to jump in and make it be as great an experience as we could. First year was hard with all my health issues and such, but as things are improving, we're being able to do more and be part of the community here in Edinburgh, and we're loving that. So I would suggest, once you figure out where you're going to be, if you're having to move, try to go ahead and start making some connections now before you move there, to try to build you a new community, because that is so important, to have a community that you can connect with, that you can count on, that you can grow with. So, did I answer the question?
I think so.
Okay, I know that was a long rambling. I hope that helps. If you have any more specific questions, feel free to PM me or post on the group. So good luck. I hope that the PhD applications go well and the funding goes well, and that you're able to find a really great situation for you and your family. So with that, Damaris, if someone has a question, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
Yep, and then we will answer it. So let's move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of the show. Wow, there was a lot of stuff. What do I have in my hands here?
Magic tickets.
Tickets, please. We have 2 tickets to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival.
2 tickets.
Weekend entry, so you get in both Saturday and Sunday.
Both Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. So there is a thread in our Ravelry group, and you need to go and answer the question there.
Answer the question.
About which vendor you are looking most forward to seeing.
It's her.
No, it doesn't have to be me. I would love to see you, though, if you're coming. We will draw for a winner next podcast.
Next week.
You have a week left to enter, so if you want these EYF tickets,
you do.
Go enter, and we will announce the winner next week, and I will pop them in the post to you.
Next week.
We're ready. We're excited. So that. Outlander Cal is continuing to go on. Details in the show notes. We'll start talking more about it in the next week or 2. Yeah. We're Amazon affiliates, so if you're shopping through Amazon and you're in the U.S., we would appreciate if you go to our site and click on one of the books, movies, TV show links, or the Amazon ad in the sidebar, and then make your purchase. And Amazon gives us a little back for referring you. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and it just helps with the costs that are part of doing this podcast, prizes, shipping, badges, etc., etc. So thank you to those of you who are doing that. We appreciate you. Damaris, where can people find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.co.uk. There are other links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
And with that, we are going to say goodbye. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Happy Valentine's Day. Don't forget about the Outlander sock kit going on sale and the pattern as well. And we'll see you next week. Happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.